I've always been one of these glass half full type guys. So in pessimist's defense, there are really two sides to look at this deal. There's not a right and a wrong per se. So to qualify, I see things optimistically, I see things half full. But in the same token, I feel like just in general, as a society, we view failure in such an odd way from my perspective. And I think failure, it's almost like the first time you ever tried a math equation or the first time you ever tried to read. I mean, we learned early that it's okay to make mistakes and that there's failures along the way, but somehow as adults, we kind of get convinced that when you fail, you've lost. When you fail, you should never do that again. It's like the worst case scenario. And I try to encourage people in the book, and Joe is always so courteous to kind of recall times in our own relationship to where I encouraged her. I mean, I'm like, I've got 2 daughters and 2 sons, and I'm like the biggest cheerleader for these girls because I sincerely believe you women have the opportunity of a lifetime. Things that our moms and our grandmothers would have died for, you girls have the opportunity to step into that. I mean, Hillary Clinton running for, president of the United States this past election. I mean, just variables that weren't even imaginable 50 years ago. So all that to say, it's like I really want to encourage people of all walks and all different shapes and sizes to go for it. I feel like as a society, so few people get to literally fulfill their dreams, to live their, what I would consider, refer to as your best self, your best life. And I think that so few of us hold back the song that we should have written, the book that we could have written, the job opportunity that we decided not to because it was the right thing to do, quote unquote. And I just feel like as a country, we're worse off for so few people taking those big leaps of faith. And I think if we'd all try a little harder, and it's not for everybody. It's sincerely not for everybody. So I'm not encouraging every person literally to go out and do these dramatic things, but the people that feel like they can't sleep at night if they don't. If they didn't, they would regret it for the rest of their lives. It's go for it. Even if it doesn't work out the way you'd hoped it would, the lessons you learn, even in those failures, even in the major disappointments for me, have sometimes been the most valuable experiences of my entire life.